Hi, my name is Tyrone Jackson, and I would like to share my walkaway story with you. I've learned that there comes a point when you realize that you don't know something. And it's only at that point that you realize that prior to that point, you didn't know what you didn't know. Well, I kind of stumbled across that point in 2005 when I actually started my business, my little hot dog stand, a year after graduating from college. This was the moment or the time period that I actually walked away from the Democrat Party and walked into being a conservative. You see, when I graduated, I had studied, or when I was in school, I had studied pre-law. And I had the brilliant idea in my last year that I wanted to study business. But since I used all my undergrad time, I would have to learn on the fly. I would have to learn on the job. And so, I was fine with that. The only thing I really knew was that I didn't know anything about business. So that put me in a position where I had to learn. I did a lot of research, did a lot of reading, did a lot of studying. I checked out Kiyosaki, Napoleon Hill. I checked out T. Harv Eker, Dave Ramsey. And I started to find out very quickly that it seemed like business had something to do with personal development and that I needed to try to broaden my experience base and almost redefine myself if I was going to be successful in business. So a part of that process was actually trying to listen to and learn about Republicans. I don't know where it came from, but I'm glad that happened. I remember sitting on my bed with my fiance, my smoking hot wife now, Marcella, and we were listening to Glenn Beck as a part of this process. The crybaby guy, the marker. This was before he pulled out the whiteboard and all that other foolishness and lost his mind. But he was giving a speech about conservatism and what it means to be a conservative. And he was talking about government. And he was saying that government is the problem. And it was kind of weird because we had just got our business license and we just left the government building. So we found out that taxes are real. Oh my God, like they're not just income taxes. We considered everything to be a tax. We had to get business license, business permits, business insurances, all these things we had to pay before we were even allowed to set up a business. It was over like $1,000. It was crazy. And then they wanted us to become tax collectors on top of that. It was absolutely nuts. And then I remember Glenn Beck talking about that business is, the government is actually completely inefficient. It says they're probably the last people that you would actually want to ask for help. And I was like, good Lord, isn't that the truth? I mean, nobody in the government knew anything. They didn't know any of the steps in the process to getting something done, even though they initiated the process. And I mean, the people, they were just like really the worst people, customer service you ever did want to meet. Now, I take that back. There was a few people that were nice, but I'm sure they found better jobs somewhere else. But I remember looking at Marcella and my fiance and saying, Marcella, I think we're conservatives. I think we really might be Republicans. And as we listened, we became convinced, and we never looked back. It was life-changing. Like we jumped in with both feet, started looking at the Constitution, and we started looking at the Tea Party, and just was loving what we were seeing. But we also realized that the media, their message actually distorted the view of conservatives. It literally distorted the public view of conservatives. And I mean, that only accelerated as Trump came on the scene. I mean, by this time when Trump came on the scenes, our little hot dog cart had morphed into a small wholesaling hot dog operation. We made our own frankfurters and sausages and even vegan frankfurters. Don't worry. Don't ask. It's a long story. The vegan thing, can't go into that here. But we were really excited with Trump, and we were so grateful when he won because we felt like America's "you didn't build that" days and kind of this whole Obama principle of demonizing Americans and American ethics was behind us. And so we actually ended up we were so happy we went to a Trump rally during last midterms. And it was really exciting. Our whole family, our 4 children, 4 homeschool children, we all went and we got to sit on the stage. And it was amazing. Trump even pointed to us and was like, I think he was mostly pointing to my wife, but he was like, all of you guys, you're beautiful. And my kids were like, but it was great. It was great. But when we got home, I actually learned something else that I didn't know. I didn't realize how much the left actually hated Donald Trump and, more importantly, hated conservatives like me. I didn't realize this. I did not realize it. When I got back, or shortly thereafter, a smear campaign was created and was launched against me and my business. And even our landlord, where we rented kitchen space, our leftist landlord, he didn't renew our contracts, and it effectively put us out of business. And I said, I'm not gonna let this destroy us. I'm not gonna let this thing. I'm not gonna let these people win. This is my country. $5, Marcel. I told you I'd do it. But anyway, I said we're going to fight. And I was like, not only are we gonna reopen our business, but we're gonna take this opportunity to do something that's incredibly needed. We're going to open our business, reopen our business, and to build an entrepreneurial learning kitchen for people in the inner city like us that didn't know what they didn't know, that want to do more with their lives, but they don't have the practical steps, the encouragement, the financial situation in order to actually make that happen. We're going to act as a bridge, and we're going to fight or combat this smear job that has been done on conservatives by connecting conservatives directly with these people who the left is exploiting. And I'm glad to report that we actually just finished negotiating a great deal with the kitchen, and we're going to be moving in next month, the week of the 11th. But we've already started putting together our classes. We're talking to patriots and sharing our story. And I wanted to really invite you guys to come and to drop by our page and leave a note of kindness and love and encouragement, not only for our family. We've taken a huge hit in this, but also for the people that are going to be dealing with our Entrepreneurial Learning Center. A lot of these people are coming from broken homes and situations where there is no encouragement. And I know because I came from that situation. Please stop by and let them know that you love them and that you're thinking about them and that you want them to succeed. So that's my walk away story. It's kind of what happened as a result of me walking away and what we're doing to reach back into our community and give back. God bless you. Where we go one, we go all. I love all of you all. And remember to drop by our page. It's thegoodfrank.com/red wave, all lowercase. And we'll see you there.